Hey guys, welcome back to Terrafirmagreg. Last episode we got the EBF done, and now we've got aluminum ingots, and I'm really excited to use those, so let's just get right into it. So I hooked up the battery buffer here so I could just charge up batteries while I'm not using the EBF, because I've been running this quite a bit with the aluminum that we've collected, and I've got a nice stack of aluminum, and just charging up some batteries for the miner that we've got out. Oh, I added some stairways here on the end. This is kind of in the middle of the factory, so I thought it would be a good idea to have a way down and up again. So just using the railings like we did on the other side. While I was processing all the stuff that we've been mining, there's just so much. We have so many materials. It's a ton. And so this one thermal centrifuge was just not cutting it. It was the traffic jam in all of our stuff. And so what I did was I actually went ahead and built 3 more and stuck them on the end here. So now we have 4 times as much thermal centrifuging, because we can crush really easily. Having these crushing wheels doing stacks at a time has been really fast. And putting in the washing right here, this has been super fast as well. So then the bottleneck is the thermal centrifuges. So that's why I've got the 3 more there. We have been doing some sifting of emeralds, because we originally were going to do the emeralds through the thermal centrifuge. As you can see that if we put it through the thermal centrifuge, we get more aluminum. But we don't really need that because we've got so much aluminum from other sources. So what we need is these exquisite emeralds, and that's because they are used later on in building some of the medium voltage stuff. Yeah, right. Because we're going to need to make some wafers. So we need to make these RAM wafers in medium voltage for making some chips, because then you use those chips in assembling circuits. There we go. Microprocessor assemblies and stuff. Except these are actually used not in medium voltage, but in the higher voltage stuff. If you look at the advanced thermal centrifuge, which is the MV, in order to make MV stuff, you have to have a lot of aluminum and copper cables and copper nickel wire. So like the machine hull itself is wrought iron and aluminum plus tons of aluminum. So that's why we need so much aluminum. But also to make these MV circuits, they're good electronic circuits, and that you can make with the basic electronic circuits which we use for the LV stuff. So I made a whole bunch of LV circuits as well. And that's what we're going to need for the MV. But then if we're thinking ahead for the HV circuits, these advanced circuits here, they require a lot of stuff. And none of this is stuff that we can use from the MV. And you got all these chips. See, the RAM chips come from the wafers come from silicon wafers on green lenses, and that's either green glass or an emerald lens, which of course you need the exquisite emerald to get. So that's why I was processing the emeralds in this way. Plus you could take the emerald dust and electrolyze it into some beryllium, aluminum, and silicon. So enough of that, let's get to using our actual aluminum stuff. If we scroll down, we can see I actually have 348 aluminum dust here and 190 aluminum ingots. So let's just grab a stack, because we're gonna be using it for a bunch of stuff. And I think the first thing I want to upgrade is my backpack. So for the aluminum backpack, I just need 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are just rods, so 6 aluminum, 4 of it squished down, a couple of it turned into rods. I already squished some aluminum. I threw some in there just in preparation for other things that we're going to be making. And I got the rods. We still need A wooden chest. Okay. Well, our system here makes it so easy. You just gotta go down to woods, grab a chest. Done. Okay, so now we can take our backpack off. We can go to the crafter here. Okay, backpack, chest. We got some rods and our plates. And that should upgrade our backpack to aluminum. We stick that on, open up our backpack, and yeah, look at that. Added a whole nother 3 rows. Nice. And we also have another slot for upgrades. So I've got the crafting upgrade here. I've got the feeding one if I needed to auto feed. So I've got my food in the lunchbox. But if I'm AFKing or something because I need something to be processing, like mining or processing the ores or something, I get to stand here. If I have food in my backpack, then it'll auto feed me. But the other thing that I really wanted was the tool switcher. There's the tool swapper upgrade. Like it says here, automatically swaps item in player's hand for the one effective on the block entity when they are left clicked. So it'll switch my tools for me automatically. I don't know what number of tools, if that just applies to your pickaxe and axe, shovel and hoe like it shows right there. Maybe it'll switch to the wrench too, I don't know, but we'll test it out. There you go, the advanced tool swapper. Talks about swapping wrench-like tools. Maybe I should just go for that. It is a medium voltage chip, but we can make those. First, you gotta make the regular one. So let's make this real quick. All right, let's start making this stuff. We need upgrade base. And then we need the cables. Motor, need 6 of those. Electric pistons, a couple of those. Robot arms. And we can make the tool swapper upgrade, but we need a shovel and a pickaxe. So we'll grab our shovel and pickaxe out of there. And now we can make it. Ah, nice. And a little bit of investigation later, and it doesn't seem to work. Tool swapper upgrade does not work, which is really unfortunate. Oh, there we go, that worked. And then if I do this, oh hey look, now it's working. Why was it not working before? Well, that worked. However, if you try to go to something like, let's go to the canner here. Yeah, that will not switch. Or is it because no, I don't have the wrench in here. Where? Oh, there's an axe. Okay, now if I have a wrench, it'll swap to there, it'll swap to there. Oh, it swapped to the wrench. But once it swaps to the wrench, it doesn't swap back. So I guess we'll just stick with the tool belt and swap manually whenever we need to. And yes, I've got my steel wrench here. I created this blue steel wrench, and it's the kind that's electric. So a blue steel wrench LV. Yeah, there we go. So it's pretty easy. I mean, it's just like making a regular wrench. You got to get the wrench tip, but then you make this LV power unit instead. And the LV power unit, you can put that on any kind of electric, tool that you make. And it's not too difficult to make. Just, standard stuff that we've had before, plus a battery. And then you have to charge it. Right now I'm at 106,400. So I haven't used it a whole bunch, but I have been using it. So it'll last a pretty long time. And then you just charge it up. You can come over to here and throw it in, and it'll charge up just like a battery. And pretty useful. I like it. And now when I craft in my backpack, I can just use the steel wrench if I don't have this wrench out. Okay, so what should we do now? Oh, I know what we could do. We could upgrade our cargo ship to a warship. Maybe we should do that. Yeah, now that we have aluminum, we can make aluminum stuff, right? So we're going to need the cargo ship, which we do have, plus a bunch of other stuff. And aluminum plated airplane propeller. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, we already have a seat, so we don't need that. We already have a cargo airship. Okay, hull. Another balloon. Another one of those. Aluminum plated propeller. Okay, so you have to do it that way. All right, let's do it. Now we can go ahead and get the rotor and stick it in here. And we should be able to melt the copper. Yes. Make a copper rotor and then plate it in aluminum. Grab it from back there. Okay. Perfect. Oh, this is so slow. Oh man. Meanwhile, I guess we can put this in the right shape because right now it's in this shape. It's what, 5 high. Oh, and I don't know if you noticed, I added some of these lights here. Instead of doing the simple light bulbs just hanging down, I made these, made it look more factory-ish, kind of like the industrial lights they have hanging down, like supermarket stores and stuff. I think it looks nice. Plus, it adds a lot more light. So this is 5. We need 6 high. But really, I don't use this all that often. And in fact, I've disconnected the power down here because I was using the power on other things. So maybe what we should do is just take this whole thing down. Let's take that down like that. We can use this somewhere else. Well, since we took this down, we could actually use the power off of it. And there's a lot of space right here. We could just build it right here. Okay, we want everything going to the right, everything going down, and then have you go to the left, and then all you guys down here go into the middle, and it'll pop out. We've got our gear in the box here, so we can do this like that. We just throw the gear right there. It'll power everything. Let's get some of this stuff in place. Propeller goes at the top. I got the engine next right up here. Got it. Then the 2 balloons, which you don't have, but we've got plates that we can put in right here. Wrong spot. No. Grab that. Grab that. Grab that. And you go up here. All right. And then 3 at the bottom. We've got our cargo ship in the middle. A hole around the outside. A seat in the middle on the right with a couple of rods top and bottom. And now we're just waiting on those balloons. All right, looking good. Let's see, how much cloth do we have? Yes, we have enough. Okay, so now we can go ahead and make, where is it? The sails. We need 8 of those. Make the balloons. We gotta make 2 of those. And I think, is that all that we were waiting on? Yes. So the 2 balloons up there. Up there. Now we just need to power it, and it's overstressed. Okay. Oh, 33 consumed. Okay. That's not a problem, which is this one right here. A 12 is too much. Okay, we'll go down to 10 and put it on. There we go. Oh, look at it's crafting. Slowly, but it's going. There we go. It's getting to the final steps. Here it comes. Yes. The warship. Come on. Yes. Oh, except it didn't keep my die. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, baby. That thing is huge. I think we're gonna need a bigger platform to go to take off from. Okay, let's break it. And it is very heavy, huge. So if we're carrying it in our hands, It's making us exhausted. Not enough space. Okay, come on. Was it because of the snow? What if we set it over here? There's plenty of space here, right? There we go. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm gonna have to diet though. Yeah, there's no fuel. Oh. Oh, the upgrades are gone. Oh man. That's okay. We were gonna make new upgrades. We're gonna make aluminum upgrades anyway. Let's see. Can it run on coal dust? Apparently I can. Nice. Alright, let's take her out and see how well it handles. Okay. Without any upgrades, it's pretty slow. It's about as fast as the other one, I'd say. With upgrades, it's going to be a lot better, though, I'm sure. Okay. Now, the coal dust should still be in there. Yep. And we need to put it in my backpack. Right there. Memorize that spot. Okay, here we go. Aircraft upgrades, MV. Ooh, HV, EV, okay. What kind of upgrades can we do? We can do aluminum propellers, engines, landing gear. Oh, takeoff speed, cool. And hull reinforcements. 6 upgrade slots. Okay, why are there 6 upgrade slots if you can only put in 4 stuff? Oh, these are other things that we can make. Make gyroscopes, sturdy pipes, industrial gears. There's 6 upgrade slots, so can we do this? What is the difference here? Electronic dashboard and a mechanical dashboard. Let's see, so the advanced one requires the gyroscope and a bunch of stuff. Vanadium steel screw. Haven't made one of those before. The electric one, okay, the electric one is better. It requires the advanced one. Okay, so we want to make the advanced gyroscope. But in order to make that, we need the regular gyroscope. And a vanadium steel screw, which you get from vanadium steel bolts. How do we make vanadium steel? In the EBF, of course. Chromium, vanadium, and steel. Do we have any vanadium? I know we have chromium. Do we have vanadium? We have vanadium magnetite dust. Okay, so if we push you on that. Vanadium magnetite dust. If you centrifuge that, you get magnetite and vanadium. Ooh, okay. So we can do vanadium. Alright, well let's grab some of that then. And this is not toxic. Okay, good. You always gotta make sure. So we gotta take that to the centrifuge, which is right here. Okay, let's throw that in. Magnetite dust and vanadium dust. Okay, now we got some vanadium dust. Vanadium steel dust. Okay, so to get that, what do we need again? 1 chromium, 1 vanadium, and 7 steel. Okay, so we need the vanadium. We need a chromium, which is hazardous, but that's okay. It's going to be in a package. Then we're going to need some steel dust, not black steel, regular steel. So we'll just grab 7 of those. Oh, actually, we'll send this separate, and then we'll get the 7 steel, because this is our package that we don't want to open. This is the one we do want to open. And oh, I was making a whole bunch of gold plates for the pipes. We're gonna have to switch this out. Now for the real fun, we take this cardboard package that has the chromium dust, which we should not be touching, and throw it right there. And now if we throw it right there like that, no, come on, get it in there just right. There we go. Okay, now if we break it, the dust should fall into there. It didn't. No, it's right there. Shoot. What I might have to do is just touch it real quick and throw it. There we go. Oh no. I have carcinogenic material that I touched, and so I've got a debuff. No. Oh, I gotta find out a better way of doing that. But yeah, if it's in a package, it's fine, but then getting it out of the package, that's a little tough sometimes. Alright, we'll get the crusher on. Put that in. Crush these 7 steel. And the steel dust is circuit 1. Okay, so this has got to be on a 1. That is it not working? Oh gosh, recipe tier MS. Does that mean I can't do this? Chromium, vanadium, and 7 steel. It says MV right here in a mixer. An aluminum mechanical mixer. Okay, so I guess maybe we'll make one of these. Okay, we've got rubber there. Can I use the aluminum drum? Pick it up. Yes, I can. Okay, good. And then we need another one. Okay, 288. So now if we go to the assembler, we can put the copper wire in and put in the rubber. Okay, good. All right, a little more complicated now, isn't it? The whisk, and the whisk I can't make in the extruder because I don't have one. So we need long aluminum rods. So 4, 5. I didn't make an aluminum rod already, did I? I did make an aluminum rod. Okay. Well, I can at least turn that into an aluminum ring. And in here I can put 4 ingots. Turn those into rods. And then take those rods to the forge hammer and turn them into long rods. Okay, and then we need to make the aluminum ring. So now we can make the whisk. Alright, there we go. Not too bad. We do need to make an aluminum shaft. So we just need to cut one of these ingots. Why is that not working? Oh, you need to cut the sheet. Now, if we cut the sheet, we should get, yeah, aluminum shafts. We could make this casing right now. We have enough aluminum. And we have the wires and everything to make the MV hull. We do need cobalt brass plates. Oh, I've got the cobalt brass here. I just need to throw it in. There we go. We got to make some diodes. And you do that in the assembler. Either use silicon wafers, which we don't have yet. Glass. Okay, so this is what we need. We need 4 of these. So we need 4 liquid glass, 16 fine copper, and 4 of these. We've got a gallium arsenide dust. We need 4 of the small ones, so we can get that and turn it into the small ones. And then we also need 4 glass. Okay, so we need to extract 8 quartzite dust. We need the small pile of the gallium arsenide, which why won't it let me craft it? Okay, there we go. You have to have it in the specific spot right there. Okay. Well, that works. And it's in the assembler, right? Yep. So those in the assembler. Now we just need the liquid glass and we'll make the diodes. Is this liquid glass going to burn me? Let's find out. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, good. Assembler. There we go. Okay, while that's running, we're going to go work on this fiber board. We need the fiber board and we need a little bit of creosote, which we can get from our creosote barrel here. Let's grab a little bit of that. And I think we do have a chemical bath right here. Let's get on top of there. Yeah, we do. We have a chemical bath. Only problem is we're getting that stuff in here. That's okay. I made this little lever here. It's hooked up to a redstone link, and that redstone link comes down to here. This is the one water wheel that we are using to power all the belts. And so what I can do is I've got this redstone link, and I've got it set to receive. So when we go back up top, if we go to the lever here and click it, it'll actually turn all these belts off. So I can replace filters and not have to worry about stuff coming out of the vault that shouldn't. So now what we can do is go over to here and go to the basic bath, and take this stuff out, put in what we want to have processed. 1 and 2. There we go. Medium density treated fiberboard. Then we just soak up that creosote. We can throw the crushed gold and copper back in, and then turn this back on, and there we go. Why did we need that? Oh yeah, we needed it for this. We need glue in the assembler to turn it into the actual phenolic circuit board. Okay, that means our diodes need to be done, which they are. Great. So we can throw those in, and now we just need some glue. I grab my bucket because we do have some glue. Is in here? That's red alloy. Here, that's latex. Where's our glue? I know we have some glue somewhere around here. Why glue? There it is. Go ahead and grab some glue out of here. Put it in here like that. And there's our circuit boards. So now I can take glue that isn't used, and I can go dump it back in here. Alright, so we got those circuits. Now we can make the printed circuits. Oh, I've got to have silver wire, which is right here. Okay, perfect. Now we can make these. 1, 2. Now we need to make the good electronic circuit in the circuit assembler here. And we're gonna need either liquid soldering alloy or liquid tin. I think we can do the tin. Tin is pretty easy to use. I need 2 of these, which means I need 4 of these and 2 of those, 4 of those, and 4 of that. Which means I need 2 liquid tin. Here we go, gotta melt down this tin. This is in the circuit assembler. Okay, let's get all the stuff in the circuit assembler and ready. Got these 2. Need 4 of these. Those. Oh, that's why I said 6, because it wasn't using this recipe. I actually want to use this recipe as my favorite. Please. Copper wire needs going as well. Okay, now we just need the tin, which we can get out with the gold drum. Just like that. Why is it not working? Oh, because it's got creosote in it. I'm just being an idiot, that's all. I gotta go empty this first. There we go. Now it's empty. Now we can go into here and grab tin. Put it in the circuit assembler. And away it goes. And we don't need those 2. We can put those back. What we should probably do is make a whole bunch of these, because we're going to need them for the MV. Kind of like I made 100 of these just for being used. We should probably take those 100 or so and turn them into like maybe 50 of these. Or maybe not that many. We should do like 40. We should probably turn 40 of... We should probably make 40 of these. And we did all that just so we could make the aluminum mixer. Okay. Now, just because it's an aluminum mixer, I don't think you have to provide it with aluminum shafts and stuff. I could be wrong. I'm thinking maybe we just run it at a lower speed and it's fine, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay, it is overstressed. We just need to slow it down. Let's just turn it down a bit. There we go. Now it's running. And did it mix already, or do we need to set it to a channel? Okay, it did not mix. It does need to be set to 1, I think. Please work. Come on. There we go. It just took a little while for it to get going. Okay, and we did all that just so we could get some vanadium steel dust. That was a process, but hey, we upgraded our mixer. So now that we got steel dust, we put it in the EBF and cook it up. Take 80 seconds, but it'll get it. Meanwhile, let's do the propeller next. All right. Aluminum airplane propeller to check. Take that off. Let's do the engine next. Ooh, this has got a lot of interesting parts. Oh, this has got a lot of parts. Silicone rubber ring. Ooh. Wait, does it have to be a silicone ring? No, it can be rubber. Okay. The engine. The pistons. The engine. Okay. So there's that and that. Okay, we can take that off. Aluminum landing gear. Yeah, casting mold gear. The fluid solidifier. Melt the cobalt brass. And there we go. I'm just really loving how easy this is to do. Perfect. A couple more aluminum plates. And we already have the landing gear done. Wow, that is so cool. All right, we can take that off. Full reinforcement. Oh, that one's pretty easy. Basically just need aluminum plates plus this hull. All right, make the hull. Make the aluminum reinforcement. All right, well, now we just have the sturdy pipes and the gyroscope to do. Let's do the sturdy pipes first. Any kind of small fluid pipe. A red and a blue and black steel screws. Okay, this is pretty easy. So we have a red steel plate. We have blue steel ingots that we can turn into a plate. Let's see, what kind of pipe do we have? It can be any kind of fluid pipe. Includes wood. That's normal, small. I don't think it's item pipe, so it's fluid pipes. We have small treated fluid pipes. I mean, I guess that'll work. 3 of those. Okay, we need the black steel screw, so we need... do we not have any steel rods? Oh, I guess not. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and make some out of an ingot. Alright, let's get this blue steel ingot pressed. We get the black steel ingot turned into rods. Then we need to cut one in half or cut into fourths. Then turn this down and 2 of them into screws. Alright. Alright, let's make it. Done. Alright, straight pipe. Take that off. Let's make the gyroscope now. Small brass gears, quartzite compass, and a blue steel screw. Whoa, that's fancy. A blue steel screw. How do you make this compass? Oh, a magnetic rock? Oh, I don't know if I have any of that. And a lens. I can assemble it with a magnetic iron bolt. Okay, good. This is going to be a lot easier to do. I'm going to choose this as my recipe. Blue steel screw. You know what? We're going to go ahead and put this down right there. There we go. Get my walking cane back out. That means we're going to have to cut up this last blue steel ingot. And we got to electrolyze this. Or magnetize it, I should say. Alright, I think that is it. Oh, we got to do this in the assembler. Okay. So, assembler, we need the glass, magnetic plate, and this has to be on 21. So, circuit 21. Alright, there we go. There's our compass. Okay, now the precision mechanism. Oh, I forgot. If you have the items in your inventory, when you bring this up, you can just click on it and it'll automatically put all the stuff in there for you. I forgot about that feature. It's so nice. Now we just need to make the gyroscope. Done. Okay, now we do have a gyroscope, but we can turn it into the advanced gyroscope. And if we want to do that, that's why we have the vanadium steel screw. Alright, let's go pick up the vanadium. At least one ingot of it. Looks like it's all done. Cool. Yep, we've got steel alloys. We only need to put one of those in for now. Oh, and we should flatten out the steel while we've got it going. Okay, cut one of those into quarters. And then turn this down so we can turn it into a screw. And voila. Actually not too bad. Pretty easy. Alright, we gotta make the sensor. Not bad. Make the advanced gyroscope. Done. And grab our warship, which is huge, so we gotta take it over here where there's space. Alright, shift right click to open it up. And, oh, but I gotta have all my stuff here, including the blue dye. Okay. Now when we open it up, we can put in all of these upgrades. Nice, and then put the blue dye in. There we go. Oh, I fell down. So we got the blue fin and the part on the front, and then the rest of the balloon is light blue. That's it. That's what I wanted it to look like. Those are my colors. Nice. Alright, now it's upgrade. Oh, look at that on the right. Got the fancy panels and everything. Alright, let's see how fast this thing goes. Oh, up. Whoa, I'm going so fast. Okay, yes. This is nice. I'm going so fast, the server is lagging a bit. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is going to make traveling so much better. Let's get in here just like that. Perfect. Oh, I don't want to repair it. I want to put you into my inventory. I guess that's one bad thing about having the hull reinforcement. It takes a lot longer to put back into entity form. Alright, well, there, we used our aluminum for something really cool. Well, guys, we're going to call that an episode. We got to have a lot of fun with aluminum. We got to make the warship back here even better. So fast and awesome. Next time, we're going to work on the kitchen because it needs an upgrade. And I've got a secret project, so you get to see what I've been working on in secret too. So, till next time, catch you later. Bye.